Okay, DGP 108. Back behind the mic, it's Steven and KP, recording on a Wednesday, August 13th.
Howdy, happy hump day. We told you we were going to do a preview, and we're here. We're coming through, doing a little preview for you guys. Opening weekend. It's here, KP. It's finally here.
Bring it on, man. I'm so excited, dude. I'll be honest with you. Today I was watching the Super Cup, and I'm so happy that Tottenham bottled it. The Spurs are back, so I'm ready for a new season.
So funny. So funny. I didn't catch a lick of the game except the penalties because, the group chat was started to go off because it was going to penalties. So I looked up what actually happened. Tottenham up 2-0, cruising to a victory. Thomas Frank probably through the roof. 85th minute goal. 90+4 goal. How Spurs is that?
Bro, to top it off, they went ahead and they were leading in the penalty shootout. And they bottled that.
That's good. I tuned in that late. Each team already had taken 3 penalties. So by the time I even logged in to watch this thing, obviously I'm not going to watch a Spurs game, but to watch them lose in penalties after being up 2-0, I want to see that. I've seen it before, but I want to see it again. It's a great rerun.
It was pretty great. I'll tell you what, the officiating was really good in the game, actually. There was one sequence in particular that he didn't call a dive, a penalty, right off the bat. It was really great. And then when they surrounded him, he gave a yellow. Just no nonsense European officiating. That's the one thing as I was looking ahead to this weekend that I started to dread. I started to dread the PGMOL officiating that we're about to be treated to.
Wow. I'm riding a high and now I'm riding a low, an absolute low. One thing we never talked about that's going to be interesting this year, they always choose one new rule every year. And this year it's going to be the 8 seconds. Right, keeper holding the ball. What do you think about that rule? Are you hype about it, or you think it's going to be dumb?
We're going to see how it plays out. It depends on how, if we see early signs again where they're just picking and choosing, and it just doesn't feel it just feels off balance to the naked eye, dude. To the naked eye, it feels off balance, and we'll see. They just announced, I think today, that they're going to try to have refereeing cameras on their heads or something like that, to get the pitch view. They do that in the MLS, I know. So we'll see. They're trying. They're trying to steal the spotlight again. Hasn't even started yet.
I think it's a great idea, right? And it's an idea. The actual implementation of that, the execution, as we've seen with this league, it probably won't go down well. Because like you're saying, to the naked eye, there's going to be games where people are complaining, why aren't they doing it? It's almost like and again, I'm just thinking this on the spot, I would hope someone's premeditating this type of stuff. But it's like they give a signal. I've told them to stop wasting time, throw up an X, whatever. It's now, if you hold it for 8 seconds, you're done. I'm making that call now. 8 seconds from now on, you're toast.
That would be good to see.
To me, right? That to me, there has to be some indication of you've done enough. I'm sick of it.
It's almost like we're going to need to have multi-view. Just one camera on the referee and one camera on the full field view. Because to your point, if they are showing more and more footage of the actual warnings and it's here, he takes his time with it, totally stops the game. Something like that is great. Okay. After that, yeah, we're all expecting it now. For us in particular, We've been kind of schooled a little bit in the dark arts since Mikel has come on board, so we'll see how it goes for us, man. As long as they have the offside technology, Steven, I think I'm going to be all right.
I would say it goes both ways in that, yes, I think we've learned the dark arts, but also some of these the implementation of these things is actually against us. I feel like we're kind of the poster boy, the poster child for some of these rules at times. So I think we need to watch ourselves.
Yeah, I think we do too. The spotlight's already on us. Did you see today there was a clip that was making the rounds of Tony Adams speaking about Mikel Arteta and Martin Odegaard?
I have not. Give me the lowdown.
I'm only paraphrasing. I don't have the actual video or audio in front of me, but he said something to the extent that Mikel Arteta has a big decision to make about the captaincy. He kind of made a call out for Declan Rice to get the captain's armband. He said he just personifies that leader a little bit more on the pitch, the body language, some of those things, saying maybe it would also help free some of the pressure off of Odegaard. And so he kind of said that with his chest, and it was funny. It came out just 3 days after we spoke about our scapegoat, and it hasn't even started yet, man. But they're coming. They're coming for the crown, dude.
That is actually crazy. One of our own, stirring the pot. What's interesting about that to me is he's an ex-player, ex-captain. It's like maybe he knows something. Maybe he knows how the reaction of the squad would be versus the reaction of the media and the fan base. Maybe within the locker room, the reaction to a change would not be a huge adjustment. But I don't see it that way from the outside perspective. If you take the captaincy from him and give it to someone else, that's a big deal.
I think so too. And all of this chatter is, I mean, if you add some context to it, he had one bad season and he suffered a very serious injury. So it feels a little premeditated. Is that the word for it?
That's the right word. I'm with you. I mean, we had crowned him Odegaard. We had crowned him Odegaard 2 seasons ago. If we're going to give Martinelli 3 seasons to see if he's the guy, I think we can give Odegaard half of a season or 1 season where he was injured for a majority of it to figure things out.
I think so too. And maybe it was just a little bit of a news filler because it's been so quiet and slow. Still, no outgoings, right? I'm sitting behind this mic tonight and thinking, wow, maybe I'll have something fun to share with folks. Maybe a little bit of cash came in. But nope, still just sitting on the Nuno Tavares war chest.
Craziness. The one thing I did see today, and I don't know who it came out from, was about Trossard and Villa. Villa's interested in Trossard.
I did not see that.
I don't really mind him going there. I think getting funds in would just be such a big deal. It is crazy. There's people putting up stuff today I saw about the top 5 transfers away from Arsenal. I mean, it's dire straits, man. I mean, it's really dire from, the biggest sells, and we're talking still like people like Sanchez are in there. Alexis Sanchez, who was kind of already on the decline. People like that. It's like, damn, we are not good sellers.
No, and honestly, most of the news has been about some of these players like characters. Did you see, I think today, Zinchenko, there was a little bit about from his autobiography, it looked like that had come out and people were quoting it. Something about him just chatting about how last season was his worst season as a professional. But then there's chatter of, well, he's not willing to go anywhere because he's not willing to reduce any of his wages and things like that. So he might just stick around from the fan base. I don't know if there's any sort of basis to that, but I'm kind of interested in hearing this Trossard news from you because I saw Morgan Rogers might be going to Newcastle. So a little bit of a domino effect there.
That would put a little bit more juice in it. Absolutely. The Zinchenko thing, I think that's also a problem with the club is the contracts, man. You pay someone too much money, who's going to want to buy him? Who's going to want to take that contract over? That's a huge issue, right? Have a dude sitting on our bench. If I'm making 100, like let's just say he's making 150, like you're making that much a week. It's like, yeah, why would I move? Why would I go play for less money? Like, this is my livelihood. I'm making all my money here in the next, my career's 8 years or whatever. Like, I need to make all of my money now. So I wouldn't blame him for that.
Sure. No, that's another perspective. Absolutely, dude. All right, man. Well, that's kind of, I think, the Arsenal news that we had to chat about. Opening weekend is here. Before we get into the United game, I wanted to maybe just go around the league and see what some of the other matchups look like, what we think could potentially be a fun little upset week 1.
You know I already got one locked in. Opening day is Friday the 15th. Liverpool, Bournemouth. I don't think there's any surprises there. I think Liverpool come out and do the thing. Saturday, there are some interesting ones on Saturday. Game of the day is early. Villa versus Newcastle. That's going to be a great game. My upset of the day, after putting them in the possible relegation zone, Wolves versus City at the Molineux. Oof. Heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Wow, that's a good shout out, dude. Manchester City has been in the news a lot about some transfers recently. Talks of Savinho going out, talks of Rodrigo maybe going there. That would make me sick to my stomach, by the way, chat. But let's see. Let's see how it goes. Donnarumma might be going there. So Wolves week 1 without Cunha. I like it, dude. I like it. If Wolves win without Cunha and United, as we know, are going to lose, that's a kind of a fun weekend for me. I like it. Any other games on that Saturday?
The second row, there's the 3 games at 10 o'clock. Brighton, Fulham, Sunderland, West Ham, Tottenham, Burnley. I think I'm interested in the Sunderland-West Ham game. I want to look at Sunderland. I want to get a look at Granite. See how my boy Jacques is doing.
That is your team to watch this season, it sounds like, man.
Yes, sir.
I like it. I like it. I think that going into Sunday before kickoff for the Arsenal game, I don't think I'll be watching any of these games. Chelsea play Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest play Brentford. Chelsea game could be fun. That seems like it's a game that could end like 4-3.
I would say that's obviously shaping up to potentially be like the upset of the weekend, having Palace win that. But the way they've been playing, I don't know if that would be an upset or not. They're on a roll from the end of last season, winning the Community Shield, so they might be able to pull something out.
Yeah, we'll see. And I think the weekend wraps up with Everton Leeds. Everton signed Jack Grealish. Did you see that?
I did. Interesting. On loan.
Oh, it's on loan. Nice.
Yeah, I think it's a loan. I think. Oof, don't quote me on that.
Okay. I'm not going to fact check you on it right now. I know for sure he's there. I saw the promo for it. So yeah. I know he's there. Leeds United. I'm interested in watching them. Maybe Monday. Maybe. I'm not sure. Well, listen, biggest game of the weekend, I would say, right? Sunday, Old Trafford, red and white, new signings. What's the vibe like, man?
Oof. I'm pretty interested to see the way this one goes down. I'm interested to see the lineup, KP. The lineup is going to, I think, tell a lot. I don't really rate United, obviously. They're going to be better than last season. Without a doubt, they're going to be better than last season. Their back line, I think, is still, just looking at their signings, their back line is still going to be wild. Just like, who are they actually putting back there? I think they made the front line Mbeumo. Obviously, if you've been listening, I'm a big fan of the dude, Mbeumo, and then Cunha. Then for us, Calafiori, Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's starting. Ben White, Timber, who's starting. Gyökeres, Havertz, who's starting. The left wing, who's starting. There's a lot of question marks, man. A lot of question marks.
A lot of question marks, dude. If you are a person who enjoys a little bit of gambling every now and then, let me just first say, if you're struggling with it, you can call 1-800-GAMBLER to seek help and some support, which is great. But for this game, you should wait until the lineup comes out before you place any bets, because the lineup, I have no idea, man. I have no idea what Mikel's going to put out there. I would say that I believe it will be Martinelli on the left wing. I will tell you that.
You know what? Let's go from the base up. Don't give me what you think's gonna happen. Give me what you want. As a fan, what do you want to see? Give me your 11.
As a fan, I would play Madueke from the start on the left wing. Go for it. Victor I want to see him. I think you've signed him for this game. He should start. Havertz is an amazing professional. He gets it. He knows how the game works, dude. He understands being the new transfer signing, what that's like. So give him the hat tip. Saka, obviously. Middle into three, I think the preferred lineup based on this last preseason game is Zubi, Rice, and Odegaard. Backline, I would want to see Benny Blanco. I think he's earned a shirt. He starts for me. The rest of the crew, let's put Calafiori out there. That's what I would go with. Why not?
I love it. I actually am surprised. I think we're on the same exact page. Front three, that's exactly who I would choose. Midfield, obviously. Back line, I would go with Ben White this game. Specifically because I'm not really afraid of United's attacking threat. I think Cunha will probably play down the middle. And again, I haven't watched preseason for United, so I'm not exactly sure. But what I assume is Mbeumo doesn't like to play off the left. He likes to play off the right. And then Cunha down the middle. So that would mean, I don't know who they'd be putting on the left side. Who's their left attacking? I don't know.
Well, they signed Shesko. People are assuming that he might start up top. Or maybe Xerxes plays up top and Cunha's out on the wing. He doesn't mind playing out on the wing.
Nah, he could play on the wing. Regardless, I'd probably choose Ben White. That's just who my pick would be.
Yeah. I guess the left back is kind of a fun little situation that's brewing. I will tell you this. I think this season, Calafiori will score a goal and receive a yellow card for taking his shirt off. I would take the over on that, dude, all day.
I love that call out. Oof. That's fun. That's really fun.
I think so, dude. But I don't know. For this game, maybe MLS starts. It's kind of fun. Where do you land on that little scale?
Between them two, I'd choose Calafiori for this game. I really think it comes down to opponent at that point. Mbeumo, if you really think you need to lock him down, I'd go with Lewis Skelly. That's like Lewis Skelly and Timber to me are like lockdown defenders, right? They're probably two players that can nullify wingers. Ben White, yeah, he might do a job, but he's not. I don't think he's as good defensively as Timber. Calafiori the same way, but Calafiori adds so much going forward. Of all the fullbacks, I think he adds the most going forward. And then Ben White, I think getting him started on the right foot is probably why I would start him. Get him back with Saka and Odegaard. Last season, he never actually got going at the end of the season. He was really in second gear. It never felt like he was going full force. So I think give him the games now. Get him back in form. Make sure he's raring to go, because I don't have any worries at all about Timber.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, regardless, dude, the funny thing is going into this game, I don't really feel a lot of pressure as an Arsenal fan. I'm very confident going into the game. I think it's kind of funny that Arsenal are projected to have a win probability of 47.3% going to Old Trafford for season opener. I feel like if you're Manchester United, you're a Manchester United fan, your club is at a place right now that the match is at your home. It's opening weekend. It's prime time. And you're the underdog. That's your club, okay? So come to terms with that, because really, I was thinking about, I don't rate the back line. I don't rate the goalkeeper. I don't rate the midfield. It doesn't matter who they put in there. Even Bruno Fernandes. I don't rate him against what we've got right now. So the attack, maybe they'll nick one, but that's okay. I'm expecting us to have a really good performance.
I like the shout out. I believe we'll come away with the 3 points. To me, they'll be playing for a draw. That's just how I see it. From what you just said, 47% chance to win for the Arsenal. And I guess the second biggest bank there is for a draw. So,
yeah,
go in 3 points. I would like to see at least 2 goals. I want to see 3 goals. I'm going to put it on the over. I'll go 3 goals. That's how many goals I want to see first game. Goals against, if they score 1 against us, I don't really mind at all. I think we really need to start punching, man. We have to start punching. What a better place to do it than at Old Trafford.
I agree with you. 3 goals. That's also my expectation. Minimum. I want to see it. We have the power for it. And I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I've actually got a new segment this year for the pod, Parlay of the Weekend. And I've centered it around this game. For this one in particular, I am taking, it's a 3-leg parlay. Arsenal win, Victor has 2 shots on target, and Saka gets a goal or assist. And that gives you a plus 450 odds. So we'll see. We'll see. That's my parlay of the weekend. Let's have some fun this year with this segment.
Let's go ahead and put it on the record. We went through the different teams' sponsors. 11 teams in the Premier League. Count it, 11 have betting sponsors. So if you ever wonder if there's an impact from the betting world on the referees or anything like that, I think you know where we stand. I don't know where you stand on that, but I think you know where we stand on that. So yeah, betting is everywhere. It's all around, and I don't think that's a bad parlay, to be honest with you.
Yeah, not a bad parlay. We'll see how it plays out. It's kind of fun. For the gambling on the shirt sponsors, it's really interesting, man. More than half the league has that as the front of their shirt sponsor. I know it's a huge, I guess, maybe British culture. I know Jurgen Klopp has spoken to that a little bit. And a lot of them are sort of international, I think, or maybe even local betting companies. So it continues to grow. It's also in the US a lot now, a lot around basketball. I think you've seen a lot of the ads with FanDuel, etc. So it continues to grow. Do you want to do some over-unders since we're talking about this topic for the season?
Yeah, I think it's time to play the game.
Time to play the game.
All right, so today's game. We had done some predictions last week. Now it's time to do some over and unders. And I'm looking at Premier League last year, goals and assists. I'm going to name a few players, what their total was last season, what their tally was. Give me if you think it's over or under this season. All right?
Okay.
So we'll start with our top scorer in the Premier League last year, Kai Havertz. 9 goals, played 23 games. He had 9 goals.
In the
Over
league,
under.
he is scoring more than that this season.
You got him double digits even with Gyökeres.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm expecting 15 from King Kai, dude.
I like the call. We'll go with top assist man, Bukayo Saka. 10 assists in 25 games played.
Over.
Yeah, easy. Do you think Bukayo is the kind of guy that could get us a 20 and 20?
At 20 and 20. I don't know. I don't think he finds himself centrally that often. Maybe if his game starts to develop more, it's possible. But right now with the signings that we got, I don't know. I'm leaning more towards assists right now than
Gotcha.
goals from him. And honestly, I'm expecting, just 10 goals from him. I think that's great from your winger.
I think he needs to get into the double digits to start that evolution. Absolutely, the assists are there. He was on track to get 20 last year, right? I think he probably would have if he stayed healthy. But the goals, yeah, he needs to start getting in the double digits. So over 10 for me as well. Someone that I think is an interesting one here, Declan Rice. Let's start with goals for him. 4. He had 4 goals in 35 games.
Going into the new season in the Premier League, I think he should have over 4 goals. Where do you stand?
I mean, it's almost like he has to. If my aspiration, what I'm thinking right now is we're competing for the league, Whether we win the league, I don't know. But competing for it, I felt like we didn't compete for it for months last year. If we're competing for the league, then Declan Rice is scoring more than 4 goals.
The goals from the central midfielders have to come from somewhere.
Increase, yeah.
Is it Odegaard? Is it Zubimendi? Zubimendi's not striking me as someone who's going to get more than 2 goals. If he was part of this game, I would take the under. But if Odegaard's not banging goals, which hopefully he is, you do need Declan to step up. I do think that this year, maybe he's on your list. Mikel Merino could be a very interesting sub who could score a lot of goals.
He is coming next. But I want to go back to assists with Declan. Now he's going to be on corner duty full time. I don't think he was on corner duty all last season. It looks like he had 35 games, 7 assists last year.
Oh, assists, I will take the under this season.
Okay. And that's with a full season of corners. You still think it would be under?
Yeah.
Okay. I see him as an overperformer this year. I have a good feeling about him this year with Zubimendi. I think he overperforms. Somebody has to step up between Odegaard and him. And as Tony Adams kind of thinks, I think he might be that guy.
Tony!
All right. Over to Mikel Merino. 28 games played, 7 goals, but we know the history on that one.
7 goals. What an interesting number. Again. 7, I would take the under. Honestly, I would take the under.
Yes. I'm taking the under on that too. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in the cup games and stuff, he might end up playing up top at times. In the league, if we pick up injuries, of course, he'll probably get some minutes up top. He can do the job. We've seen it, but I think 7's just kind of a tall task. He played quite a bit up top. He started a lot of games.
I also don't know how much he will play in the league. Like, if you're talking his total goal tally, I would say over. Because he's going to get a lot of time in the cup games. I think he's going to get a lot of time in the group stages of the Champions League. Like, those are his 90-minute games. I'm not expecting 90-minute games from him in the league. Does that make sense? Do you see it differently?
No, I don't see him getting 90 minutes in the league. He's a squad player. Like, that's his role. He's a squad player. There's depth now in the midfield. There's depth up top. He's going to find... There's obviously moments where I think he's a great player to put in, whether we're winning the game or we're searching for a goal and we're looking at set pieces. Like, there are moments where he's a guy you can look at, but no, 90 minutes in the league doesn't fit his role.
I agree. All right, who else? Is that the last one?
Let's go 2 more here.
2 more.
Let's go 2 more. One of our favorites to talk about here. Sticks.
Oh.
Martinelli played 33 games, 8 goals in the Prem last season. 8 goals.
I thought you were going to say Big Gabby. I was very excited because I will take the over on Big Gabby all day long. On Sticks, however, 8 goals. With the pressure on him, I'm very interested in seeing how he does. I don't know, man. His head is already down. And if he's now starting to pay attention to his starting spot and he's starting to pay attention to his stats, his head is even more deeper into the ground. So I'm taking under, and I'm just speaking facts. I love the kid. I wish him nothing but success. I'm just speaking what I'm seeing.
Don't do it to him. Don't do him like that. Come on, man.
8 goals? 8? No, he's not getting 8 goals, dude.
I'm also taking the under.
You say that so quietly, and then I'm going to have to try to increase your volume.
I'm going to take the under on that as well. That's good banter. That's good. All right. One more. Let's find someone
One
good
more.
Here. I would not ask you, Big Gabby, because it's obvious. It's obvious it's an over, right? He had 3 goals. Obviously, he scored more than 3 goals. Let's find us a good one here. Let's go to assists. Martin Odegaard, captain, the potential scapegoat. 30 games, 8 assists last year.
8 assists in 30. Is that like terrible? Is that really as bad as it's being made to feel? I don't know, man. I'm taking the over. 100%. He's my GOAT. Odegaard. Of course. Over. He knows it. The pressure's out there. You don't think he's seen that Tony Adams clip? I mean, I don't know what his network is like if they're, if they just choose to be fully off of it. But hey, I hope it adds some fire under that belly.
It's almost like you have to take the over just based on the fact of the striker situation. Like the type of striker Gyökeres is. Like, you have to take the over, right? You just have to.
8 assists. And I remember last season feeling a lot of the chances were created that were good. They just weren't converted. I remember a few where Timber was through, a few where Saka even, Havertz, Sticks. He was creating, and I hope he gets it. I think, Odegaard, the thing about this season is he's going to have multi-assist games, I think.
I like that. That's a good shout. He must. I'm not even going to ask you the goal question because he only had 3 last year, so I think it's an obvious answer. It's just like with Declan Rice. One of them two has to perform.
One of them has to get to double digits on goals, for sure. Sure.
Has to do the job. We've seen Odegaard do it before. I hope it's a return to form for the dude.
I agree. All right, man. Well, that was pretty fun. As we get into the new season, we shall see. I'm definitely not going to keep a record of these, but maybe we'll be pretty close by the end of it all. We'll see.
We can do a check-in. We've gone about 30 minutes on this beat. I think I'm tapping out. I'm waiting for Sunday, man.
Bring on Sunday. Everybody, thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. If you catch any of the games, hope they turn out the way you wanted them to. And once Arsenal play, we'll see you on the other side.
Be easy.